Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Legion. And we have just been able to get Oculith here to Shalaran. Let's go ahead and talk to the Chief Telemancer and see if we can start getting some of these teleportation paths up and running.
Why, hello.
Survey says, it is time to establish the first secure connection in our teleportation network. Take this beacon to the ruins of Alunith above us and survey the area to find a suitable location. Once your survey is complete, place the beacon and I will anchor a connection to it from here. Use the telemancy beacon to survey the ruins.
Test.
Oculus,
Observe.
can you restore
Repeat.
the teleporters in this chamber?
Already on it. Once our friend completes the survey, we will have our first connection.
Huzzah! Well, let's go ahead and head outside. By the way, off camera, Swindlegear had a little heart-to-heart with Vanessa. And after some much yelling and gnashing of teeth and a few fists thrown, I think they've made up after the bad joke that Swindle played in the last episode with the Edwin Van Cleef costume. Though that was just too good to pass up, really. I'm just kind of disappointed that there wasn't anything, that Vanessa didn't actually say anything in game, because I figured that would have been a prime example for some sort of Easter egg. So the ruins are right here. And let's go ahead, and we need to get 0 out of 100 survey percentage. I know for a fact we need to go ahead and get Blade Flurry up for this.
I should mention, the survey may reveal a few telespatial anomalies. Maybe a warp time ripple or two. Nothing you cannot handle.
Right? I would really prefer a TARDIS to show up. And a madman in a box taking me on all sorts of adventures. But I really doubt we're going to get that. Oh, Warp Spark. And I think they're just going to keep on coming here. Or we have to disperse the... Do we? Oh, we do. Okay. There we go.
I need to target something first.
So, last night I ran normal Emerald Nightmare with another guild and some of my friends, and I have to say, guys, I've said it before in a previous episode, I despise the fact that there are certain quests in this game that you cannot complete. A certain quest in raids that you can't complete in looking for raid. I really hate that. Because I've had a quest on my shaman for a long time to get these nightmare essences, and I need 0 out of 30. And to tell you the truth, if you have a small guild, or just you yourself are not a particularly sociable person, and don't want to run with a guild, it's tough getting into a normal raid. And when you get into an
crosses the uncrowned.
When we get into a normal raid, I figure, okay, well, at least I can clear all of these quests out of my log. And not only, I was able to get some of them done, but like the Nightmare Essences, it's 0 out of 30. I only got 4 during the entire clear of the dungeon, so it's actually, you have to run it on normal more than once to clear quests out. Oh, phalanges. And I really don't like that in terms of like the storyline. I don't mind. Ooh.
Now, place the beacon.
This seems like a good location for the teleporter, indeed.
Two-way connection established. Use it freely. The distance is short, so it requires very little power. Now we can begin to restore the ancient network. If you find any of my old beacons out there, be sure to activate them.
Outstanding. Yoink. But I don't mind certain items or achievements, mounts, things of that nature to be determined in normal raids. That's cool. But storyline, I really prefer storyline to be available to everyone.
One day at a time.
Ooh, you were almost empty there, Thalysra. Tapping the ley lines. The archways were built to tap into the magical ley lines beneath Suramar. As we learned to subsist on the night well, the old facilities fell out of use. This chamber is clearly receiving power from elsewhere. There's only a trickle now, but if you can direct more Leyline energy here, it will help to sustain us. The closest source is to the north, near Anora Hollow. Explore Anora Hollow and find the lay station there.
So remember, you can use the new teleporter to reach the surface quickly. Anora Hollow is somewhere north of here.
You got it, boss lady. So the teleporters are over here, and as we unlock more of them, it'll just go in a nice row. And instead of doing what I normally do on my characters, is do them all in bulk, we'll just activate them as we find them. That way it'll be the flow of the episodes will be a little bit more organic. So we are heading toward Anora Hollow. And you can see we've got like a nice kind of canyon down there. I'm also going to try to hit all... There's quite a few quest hubs spread out around here, so if I see one on the radar... Ah! Like so. More Hun River Tamer. Well, let's go ahead and say hello. Whee! Perfect landing. Ah, a shaman.
The river provides.
In order to locate and purify the source of the corruption, I'm going to need an elemental focus. The turtles around here have developed scales that can focus and amplify their innate magics. Bring back some snapper scales and we'll have these waters purified in no time. Collect 7 shimmering snapper scales.
Beware the deep places of the
Now I'm trying to take care of all the stuff outside of the city first before we go inside, because this is a completely different world, as I said before. So we need to get turtle shells, or scales. I think a bunch of them are up here.
We Nightborn
I believe.
owe our unmatched grace and intellect to a noble
Oh,
heritage.
world quest.
The ancestors at rest in Telenor deserve proper tribute.
Whee! Dunk. I'm not exactly sure... Okay, the turtles are over here. My bad. We'll just drop down and say hello. Oh, here's Anora Hollow, too, on the way. I like that. Arcanist Valtrois.
Yes.
You may speak.
Run along.
Nah, don't do that. I think we actually missed a dialogue thing here. What we do is we actually... Here's an ancient switch. She's standing on 1.
There we are. Open at last. Well, I will be killing you now. Any last words?
Step up.
Elisande was wrong to doubt our magic.
Show Thalysra's token.
Oh, good help is so... I recognize that symbol. So Thalysra has recruited an outlander to our cause. Are we truly so desperate?
Well, you're pleasant.
Very well. I am Valtrois.
Well, let's head to the sleigh
Out here
station.
so far from the Nightwell, we must settle for any source of magic we can find.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. You guys got a condition.
It seems Thalysra and I had the same idea. The old Leyline feeds might keep us alive, if barely.
I love our crew. Smee and Vanessa.
We just have to wake them up.
And how do we go about doing that?
You may speak.
And just who might you be? This station has fallen into disrepair. The circuit is broken, and to mend it we must recharge the seals in the central chamber. Both a high-potency current and low-potency current are needed for each seal. So direct the currents to point at the same seal, then engage the seal. Me? I shall supervise. You're the help, after all. This is your stereotypical elf here. Charge the Moon Seal, Star Seal, Beast Seal, and Elven Seal in Lay Station Telenor. Partially enchanted Nightborn coin.
This coil projects a high-potency current. You will find a low-potency coil at the far end of the facility. Both currents feed into the central chamber. Use the coils and switches to direct the currents and power all 4 seals in the central chamber.
Yeah, sounds good. This is kind of similar to pointing the mirrors in the Mummy movies. Or in the first Mummy movie. The good one. Ew. Leylines. Oh, Vanessa!
No one crosses the uncrowned.
Vanessa was not cloaked. Noob. So we need to have. Maybe she's trying to get me killed. Maybe everything seemed to be fine from the Edwin Van Cleef costume, and now she's just like, you know what? I feel really compelled just to let you die. So turning that mirror, set the laser to this one. It's all well and good, it looks like. Oh wait, we need to get both beams shooting one of these. Well, that didn't work. That one did. Let's see what happens when we turn this one.
The currents are aligned.
Aha!
Engage the seal.
There we go.
Fine work. 3 more to go.
Yeah. Boy. So, where does this one shoot? That one shoots over there. And probably, if I hustle back... Ooh. Yeah, I noobed it up that time. If we hustle back here and turn it again... And yes, I am seeing all the ancient mana shards. We definitely need those, because the Lysra is not going to be in a talkative mood when we get back to Shalaran. Fortunately, this area seems ripe with ancient mana. Not a whole lot. Not like my farming area at the vineyards, which you guys should see eventually. Alright. That's the moon seal. Dealt with. Now let's check out the rest of this place. Holy crap. We got a speed boost. And an ancient mana crystal. For 50 ancient mana. I'll take that all day. Yeah, I just ran through. I don't know what I was thinking. It's okay, I got vanishing powder. See, now that one is shooting. And actually, to turn on a lot of these things, it's a bit of a puzzle. So now we'll turn this one. Look at her just doing her supervision. She's a valuable asset to the team. Happy to have her. That one in the back should... Ooh. Ah! I keep on forgetting that I'm not Subtlety. I used to play Subtlety Rogue all the time, and back in the day, Subtlety Rogues were the stealth rogues. They had better stealth than pretty much anyone. Is that turn? There we go. Uno mas. So let's see, does that one hit? Nope. So we gotta turn this one again. Subtlety rogues could stealth pretty much near anything and be relatively okay. I don't know if that... I haven't played Subtlety Rogue since I've come back to playing. So... And that looks to be the correct one. So if we turn this, will it... Yes, there we go.
It is done. The station is back online.
Huzzah. You can go into Alliance cities and all kinds of crap and not be discovered.
Refined Leyline energy will flow from here to Shalaran. Power is out there.
I must admit I'm
You need only
impressed.
reach for it.
You may actually be of some use.
The arcane is in. You are dismissed. I will make my own way to Shalaran.
Yeah, did you hear that, Vanessa? I'm dismissed. Oi. Well, let's focus on getting some snapper skills here. Kill some turtles to relieve some tension. Now, a lot of them look to be concentrated, which is cool. No worries. Just kill more in one shot. It's one of the things I love doing about leveling as a tank on some of my other characters is just being able to pick up like 5 to 7 mobs at a time and just take them all out at once. Oh, you guys are gonna have a crap drop rate, aren't you? Oi. Well, these things happen. Now, as I said before, one of the great things about starting Suramar so late is we have our artifact research almost up to 10, which is... Ooh, nice kitty. Which is awesome considering the fact that there are so many awards for artifact power here in Suramar, just for like normal quests, that we should be able to get the Dread Blades up to stupid amounts of power before too much longer. Because after we clear some quest lines, we're getting artifact power stuff that is easily over 10,000. Which means that we are going to have a very formidable set of cutlasses when it's all said and done. And since this is the only spec that I've been focusing any of my artifact power into, we don't have to worry about splitting it off into the Fangs of the Devourer or the Kingslayers. And don't get me wrong, if I ever decide to end the series, or whenever I do, I'll probably go ahead and switch Swindle over to Assassination maybe, and check that out. Myonics. Interesting. Who are you? And we got another... Oh, there's an unpowered telemancy beacon. That is for teleportation purposes. So we'll check that out here in a sec. Ooh, pretty kitty. Sup? No pockets to pick, obviously. And let's see what happens here. Speed. Activate the Dread Blades. We're cutting through pretty quick. Yoink. Lay blood. Labq ribs. I don't believe I've ever heard of that. Cool. Felina Manus. Got some gloves. Let's learn that new recipe. I like good barbecue. And fortunately, it looks like there's some more turtles all along this area. And we've only got 3 out of 7 shimmering snappers, so let me go ahead and do this off camera, guys, and I'll let you know when I'm done. One thing I have noticed here in Suramar is there is a lot of fell slate, which is good because that's the ore that we have been missing. And there's ancient mana. Now we have our max currently of 400 out of 400. So, nothing good there, but I'm actually on top of a large rock formation. I went ahead and grapple hooked up here because roads are for suckers. And we got Matron Hagatha. Is this a harpy? Ugh, it's a harpy. I forgot there are harpies here. Of course, there's harpies everywhere in the Broken Isles. Should've just called this place the Squawking Isles and been done with it. Well, let's go ahead and say hello. There we go. Use our feint. And right between the eyes. Interrupt whatever devilry they were about to do. Whoop. Oh, Vanessa got the kill there. And red Orgligal egg. Created by the artisan Orgligal. For the High Magistrates, the eggs were lost while being delivered to the palace. Ah. Maybe the harpies thought that they would hatch. Well, excellent. Where's our Tauren friend? Right down there? Well, let's See if we can take the shortcut. Yep. Glide, glide, glide. Oh, outstanding. Right to where we saw Valtrois. Dunk. Let's go talk to the shaman while on our mechano hog. That makes sense. Is it more felslay? No, laystone. That's okay though.
Greetings, traveler.
Remember, the scales need to be whole to be of any use as a focus. These will do nicely. And 2,250 artifact power. Oh. And we got some more quests here. Something in the water. There's something fouling these waters, rogue. We will need to purify the waters in order to restore balance to the elemental forces below this ruin. The magic here has warped the elementals and they are beyond restoration. Release their corrupted form so they may be reborn pure. Slay 12 mana corrupted water spawn. And purge the unclean. Do you feel it in the air, goblin? The stage is set for us to make things right. While you were busy, I was able to track down the elder elemental that rules these waters. Its name is Azurefall Guardian, and it resides within the channels below Telenor. Take the ritual focus. It should help you during the battle. Defeat the corruption in the Azurefall Guardian.
Together, we are High Mountain.
But we're not at High Mountain. And looks like everything is down here in the canyon, which I guess works because we're not actually having to go up into those ruins yet. Speaking of harpies. That's okay. We'll just work our way through because we gotta kill 12 of these guys anyway. I hate the fact that we're maxed out on our mana though, so all of this stuff that we're looting is going to waste, but it's okay. Is that another world quest? Yeah, that is another world quest. We're going to ignore that. And we're just slicing through these water ellies. I figured your swords would go right through them, but I guess the power of the Dreadblades. That always confused me about elementals. Of course, to be fair, a lot of stuff in this game has changed considerably. Like, back in the day, they actually had elemental damage and certain mobs that were immune to different types of damage. For example, you had certain bosses and mobs that were immune to nature damage. So if you were an elemental shaman, you were pretty much screwed, unless you had, except with like your flame shock. And then I think they realized that that was a little too difficult and it was isolating certain classes from encounters, so they went ahead and changed it. Which is understandable. Now, are we actually heading up to the ruins? Cleanse the corruption. I guess we're heading up to the ruins here for just... Oh. Okay, there's more canyon. Well, that's good, at least. Like, if you were a fire mage and had to go deal with stuff that hated, or that was immune to fire, nothing really you could do that spend a whole bunch of gold for a respec. And that, back in the day, got really pricey. So, that was one of the big changes that they made that I liked. Now they'll have certain abilities that can lock... I mean, well, they've always had it, but they focus more now on abilities that lock out a school of magic. So you can't use nature spells for like 5 seconds, instead of being the mob being completely immune to it, or even worse, sometimes healing them. That was always a fun time. And awesome, there were just enough elementals on the way. Attempt to purge the corruption from the Guardian. The target must be weakened first. Well, we know how to weaken. Hiya! Oh! Whew, okay. Congealed corruption. I am afraid you had some sort of infection there, Mr. Elemental. Yoink. Thank you, stranger. The rage and the corruption is gone. Now I must tend to the waters I have neglected for so long. Yeah, no problem. Shaman with their quests. Well, well. That is a little quest hub done. At least I think we're done. Is that a chest up there? Ah, nope. Ancient mana crystal, which is useless to us right now. Now those things, I think there are some set locations for them, but a lot of them randomly appear. So there'll be more than enough opportunity later, once we get our maximum mana up.
High Mountain stands.
Now that we have cleaned out the corruption, the fresh water elementals will be able to flourish. I nearly choked on my own spittle there. That would have been tragic. It is done. Already I can feel the corrupting presence washing away. Thank you, Swindlegear. You have done this place a great service.
May your rivers be
Bam.
ever bountiful.
Now, this actually... Oh. Yeah, we are pretty much done with that. So, let's head back to the ruins. I believe this is the right path. I see a road. All roads in Suramar lead to Shalaran. And Suramar City, ironically. The fact that the Nightfallen and Suramar cannot actually find this resistance that we've cooked up is kind of embarrassing for them, I have to say. It's not exactly like we found Echo Base or anything. Now, actually, this was a perfect time because the Lysra is not looking good.
The Nightwell calls to me.
Here's your fix.
My head still spinning.
Good, and now we have some quest from Valtrois. And we had 50. So let's go ahead and get our... There we go, 50 ancient mana. So we made up for that, what we just spent. And I knew I had one more, 2,250. Getting close to another upgrade. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dread Blades. We haven't done that in a while. Right now I'm at Artifact Knowledge level 9, and I have 19 ranks, so I'm about to get 20 ranks here. And we are 3 upgrades away from Blur Time, which is the second Gold Dragon ability. During Adrenaline Rush, your ability cooldowns recover 15% faster. Which means whenever I pop Adrenaline Rush and the Dread Blades, I should be able to do even more damage than I'm already doing. Which is significant. Then after we clear that, we're going to go down this road for Gunslinger, Deception, and Fortune Strike. And then finishing up with Blunderbuss, and then get these ones here in the middle. And we should be in good shape. But I think we will go ahead and end the episode today. We're just continuing on all this stuff for the Nightfallen. We're pretty much done with everything else in the rest of the Broken Isles. There was a little quest hub up here at the terrace that had to deal with wine. I may do that a little bit later, but for now, we gotta help out our emancipated friends here. So, hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Where's Smee at? Where'd you go? Aw, you lost your hat. It's okay. I got plenty for you. Dunk. But if you guys liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.